now second round, world event phase. So both players once again roll on your dice.
3 economy.
1 portal appears.
4.
So Neil gets 1 portal for the kaiju. Once again, you just put a portal on it, yep, and you draw 6 resource cards for it. Roll for your weather too there, just to see what you get for your calm again. Okay. And what'd you get, Kelly?
For my weather, for the world event, I got economy. I'm going with 1 less resource card this turn, and for my weather, I'm going at -1 movement.
Okay, and so for resources, she gets 1 card for every base in play, and 1 card for every 3 city zones and non-city zones that she controls. Or correction, 2 city zones and non-city zones that you control.
3 cards for each base.
No, it's only 1 card per base.
It says 3 cards.
That's for command cards.
No, it says 1 unit for 1 command card. It says 3 cards for a land or sea base.
That's to exchange it. If you want to exchange, if you want to get a new base, then you exchange 3 cards for.
Wrong.
Yeah, it says exchange there.
Okay, fine. I don't play by your rules.
So what happens if I get a base?
It's a good idea to put a base on there, because once you get a base on there, you can actually deploy troops. You'll get a resource card for every base you have in play, and you can start deploying troops and titans from the base rather than the portals all the time, right? So yeah, turn the cards over, and to get a base, all you have to do is give up 2 resource cards to put a base there.
Okay, good.
That was quick.
Quite ready to leave yet.
Okay, so you've got. So when you're giving up resources to try to get a base, use the minimal ones, like the one type units or 2. That way you're not wasting your resources to get the base.
It's just strategy.
But you also have 2 titans, so you can only throw 1 titan in, so you can pick one or the other and use one of those as a resource to get the base also.
I can take all these mechs this turn, right?
Yes, you can only get 1 mech per base in play, so you can only have
3.
4.
Oh,
No, yeah, you lost a base, so you're down to 3 now. Yep, unless you buy another base.
I might just do that.
So what did you just do there, Neil?
Bought 2 bases.
Oh,
that's nice.
Wow, okay.
That's a good idea.
So, however, only 1 base can come to each portal. So if you had 2 portals, 3 portals, then you can get your 2 or 3
Well, you're not
bases.
supposed to put a base
But
on
you can only do one
that you just land on anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
Existing stuff, and he's got 2 pre-existing.
Never mind. Yeah, you can do that.
put
Yeah,
2
yeah.
bases there.
That's not a problem. Yeah, that's right. We changed that.
Aquatic.
So you can put 2 bases on, 1 in Lima, 1 in Santiago. Used up 4 resources for that. Cool. And then the remainder, Thunder Dragon and 3 units, 1 of each type. That's a nice mix.
Dragon's sexy.
Of course, it all depends on what target city you're going to. So hopefully it's close to the other ones, and then you can support each other. Otherwise,
What's your favorite monster, Warren? Is it the Thunder Dragon?
Yeah. My favorite would be the Thunder Dragon. My second favorite's the Earth Shaker.
Yeah, that's.
I'm on 3 for a base, which I am.
I like the looks of the Iron Sides. As far as appearances go. I don't know what it plays like, because I never seem to draw that character.
Well, he's good against Navy. That's his main purpose, is taking out Navy units.
He's amphibious, isn't he? Runs on land,
but
he's not very good.
Yeah, he's very limited on land,
He's
though.
good
He's slower.
I guess he's good against a garrison or something.
Yeah.
Gonna build a base.
Okay, so once you got your units in that, you just put the resource cards away, and just wait for her to finish setting up, and then get ready for your next phase.
Half an hour, maybe at most.
Alright, so these guys have to come out at a base?
Yes.
What about these ones? Can I go wherever?
They all have to appear at a base.
At a base. Okay.
Now, the Titans or the Mechas can they have to start off 1 per base, but the military units you can stack all of those you got on 1 base if you like. However, there are some command cards that allow you to do a mecha transfer, or not command cards, but the world event. If you rolled that, then you can at least transfer the mecha to another base during your deployment phase there.
I did not.
So.
That didn't help.
All right, so you're all ready? So then we go into the movement phase. Starting with the Kaiju player again.
Command cards.
Oh yeah. Sorry, for command cards, once again you get one command for each base you have in play, one command card, and remember you can't exceed 10, so you got to count what you already have in your hand.
7, 3. Oh.
Okay, you can't add more 3. Remember, how many command have you got in play already though? Right? You got 3 bases. How many command units? You got 3 command units?
No, I have 4 bases now.
Oh, you do? So that's 7 plus your.
And I have 3 mecha. And
But the mecha don't count. Only if do you have a command warrior? He gives you 1 command if you have a command warrior.
Oh, I see.
If you have the battle master, he give you 3 more commands. So
4.
otherwise, you
7.
just got the 7. And if you already had 7, then you can't draw any more. You can only draw what you have for what you already have in play. So for Neil, for you, now you've got 3. You got the third one coming. That's 3 command you're gonna have plus the warlord. That's another 3. That's 6 command, and you've got 2 command units, army and a navy there. So that's 8 command you're gonna get total. So how many cards do you have right now for command cards?
6.
So you get to draw 2 more, up to 8.
This one. To go here, I guess.
Now, when you're placing any mecha on a sea base, it's best not to try to put a land-based one in there.
Okay.
Because if a sea base gets wasted, you're going to lose that land.
See, I know that.
Yeah, you can use the air. You could use an air unit like the urban scout, or you can use the aquatic warrior scout. They're best for that.
But I got him from gaining reinforcements.
Okay.
So I can't put him on another spot.
Okay. So, other than deploying, once you deploy your portal first and your units from there, then you can also, in the movement phase, move these guys here out to also expand during the movement. It's not just the portal guys. So it's, Anchorage is the next target, okay?
Did those guys show up there?
Yeah, they all appear there first, yeah.
Oh no. Anchorage. Gross. He's so big. Damaging.
Okay, and Anchorage is only a 4-pointer for damage if they blow it away. Okay, so now you can, you probably don't even want to expand from Anchorage with what the forces you had there. But down here in Santiago Lima, you can actually spread out because you got a lot of forces that could really thin out her forces over there. She'll still get the counter move against you, so you got to watch out what she has there over like Los Angeles. She's got quite a few units there massing up.
Mm-hmm.
What's your movement bonus? Well, it's 0, so you don't have any extra movement other than that. Now your Leviathan, he has a movement of 4, so he can transport any. He doesn't really need to transport sea units, but he is faster than them, so he could transport them too. So he can transport any mix up to 4 units, up to 4 zones, or like it says in there, carry a Titan on his back with only 2 units.
Four zones.
4 zones, yeah.
So that's a movement of 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's moving them up with some army units into Vancouver. Okay.
Take off, eh?
And the rest of those guys are just going to stay around Lima and Santiago then?
No.
You're going to spread some out there too? Now keep in mind that Navy cannot attack land forces. They can only attack other Navy units or air units, but at a -2. The only exception to that is the UNRF has a command card that has naval bombardment where they can actually attack land units with that.
Well, that's probably a good idea. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you can always use them to destroy it, and then on your redeployment, send up an army or a Reaper unit there to control the zone there. If you don't want to risk losing them, because that's always a possibility when you're doing one-on-one with units.
Sea movements go 2.
Yeah. Now the sea units don't actually have ships per se. They have they're sea serpent type of creatures there, so they do have some specialized technology that allows them to move faster underwater, but they don't have ships like the humans would. But they have thousands of troops there underwater, so when you're being attacked like that, it's not easy for the Navy. The human Navy, anyways. So you're done with your movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Kelly can counter move with any of her forces. Ooh, little aquatic scout trying to take on a Leviathan. Ooh. Okay, urban scout flying on over to take on
My evac
the brawler. Oh,
spot.
and the warlord. And yep, she uses an evac to evacuate any area that's being attacked. If there's an evac nearby, they have movement of 2. They can move either from that zone up to 2 or into and out for 2 movement points to evacuate 1 point worth of civilian personnel. Actually, you put a 1-pointer on the thing there, Kelly, instead of that.
What's the speed to sea bases?
The speed is only 2.
Okay.
And they only get 2 attacks if ice 4 that the other wings. But they can transport PIBs and Navy units there. Or not Navy units per se. But Navy units and PIBs and aquatic mecha are the best ones to use there for support.
And we got a -1. There's not a lot I can move to. I guess I'll just keep that.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so now battle phase. Oh, where do you want to start there, Neil?
We'll start here.
Okay.
Okay, so you're starting in Anchorage? Okay, yeah, so lay out your guys as usual on the respective parts of the battle board. Oh yeah, I guess you'll need that. Oh yeah, he should be up in Anchorage. That Thunder Dragon should be in Anchorage there.
he was looking for his command.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm looking for his character card. Yeah.
We have these 3.
Okay, so you got the Thunder Dragon, an air unit at 9. Got an army unit at 8, sea unit at 7. Against 1 air unit. That's all you got there, Kelly, in Anchorage?
That's all I have.
Okay. So now you declare which. Well, obviously your Thunder Dragons or air unit's going to get attacked first. Your choice, which one wants to do.
I can fly, so I'm going to attack that air unit with the Thunder Dragon.
Okay.
I have a defense of 7.
Okay. Two sixes.
Oh, so you're doing the multi-limb attack, so you can reroll that 1. And okay, so your strength is 5 for that. Yeah, so 11, then that's definitely an overkill there. Okay, so that was an easy takeout. So Anchorage is yours.
I'll put these back in there for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And where's your next target? And the portal can go back to home, as it were. Nothing's ever going to happen to that. Not right now.
Let's see. Let's attack here.
Okay. Oh, not right, because it's command. Is that mine? Yeah, it is. So,
Now, Kelly, you have one choice with your mechas is that if once they get wounded, you can use them to to blow themselves up like a nuclear device. If you're really desperate enough to try to take out the enemy, and
Isn't that only with the card?
no, the command cards there is only for nuke 'em all, which is when you get the nuke, you get a nuclear device. You're given command to use a nuclear device. They have their own self-destruct thing here. If they get wounded, that's the only time they can actually try to use it. But they have to be still wounded by the end of that round for you to actually activate it. I tried that once and I got destroyed before I could actually do it. And I actually had an urban scout. Go figure. Doesn't last long in combat.
And your guys are at a +2 because you're
yeah, your warlord's there, so
warlord.
yeah, they're all at
So
+2 there.
+2.
So it should be higher.
Yeah.
+2.
So up here.
Yeah.
And he's up there.
Nope, it
No,
doesn't count for him.
he's-
Yep.
So
Now your this one here, this card, that you could use because of what you got there against hers there. That would be beneficial in this round. But it's only a one for one deal. That always works there to keep it in case the numbers are equal or greater on against them. So all depends on how you want to use them. Once again, some of the cards work with a whole bunch of units, which you can use, or if it's for individual types or certain types, then you can only use it once per battle round. And that's all it's good for, is one round.
he'll do Titan block.
Okay. So what that does is anytime one of the units, that's when one of your units is getting hit, you can take the hits on the Titan instead of the unit.
You can always wait until it actually gets to use that.
Yeah, you can actually use that. You don't have to declare it until you're actually going to be the unit's getting attacked. You want to use the Titan to block it. Okay, so you guys are set up, then.
Yeah. So he goes first.
So who do you want to attack first?
Full attack. The land units.
Okay, those are all air.
Oh, those are all air units, yeah. Okay.
And you have your air or your brawler there. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 air units there.
Military unit, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, any military unit, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use the tail whip.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea, yeah.
So 3, so you add 3 to your dice.
Yeah, strength 3 to D10, and you get to do a reroll with that one there. I believe.
Oh, I think I'll do that, but a 1 means something, doesn't it?
You can
no, you can reroll it with the tail whip. You can reroll because you got multiple whips. There you go, 10. So that would automatically kill a unit anyways. That would have been great against the Pibs, but at least you got a unit. Okay.
The air unit.
Now what other attack you're using? Air against air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now the defensive 7.
So there's
Yeah, it's even.
0,
It's
even.
just normal attack, so 7 or better.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. And then you're a warlord.
okay. Just normal attack. Strength 2.
Yeah. And he can reroll. He gets to do a reroll with his energy guns there. His weapons there.
Is that against my air unit or my Titan?
Air unit.
Or not Titan. Okay.
And keep in mind too, like you could waste your air units and all that stuff. One of the primary things you want to do to each other is destroy your land-based units because they're the ones that actually get points for controlling territory. But if you also destroy a Titan or Mecha, you get lots of points for those compared to the normal units.
I'll do my air unit first against your air unit. So I have normal. And I get reroll on this. I'm gonna reroll that. 7. What's your defense on your air unit?
7.
Alright, so equal kill it?
Yep.
Okay, so this is dead. Then my Urban Scout, I'm going to use a card to get +2 damage for my mecha. So he has 2 attacks. I'm going to attack your Warlord. reroll. What was that? What was that? I just moved it.
What's that?
I think that was an 8. I moved the dice.
It was an 8.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so I have. So that's 7, that's a 9, and that's a 12 against your warlord.
10, I believe.
Oof. Yeah, so your defense is 10, so you take 2 points of damage.
There. Okay.
Now, is that it for your attacks there, Kelly?
I have my reader.
Oh, you still got your pibs there, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's what it's called. And which will also attack your warlord, and I'm attacking at a +2. 9, which won't do it.
Okay. Now, at the end of each battle round, you can choose, one or the other side can choose to withdraw some or all of their forces if they feel they're going to be outnumbered and they want to save face and save for later battles. So, do either one of you want to withdraw from battle at this point, or do you want to continue fighting?
Withdraw.
You're going to withdraw? Okay. Now, when you choose to withdraw, the opponent can choose to attack you. Still, like do a follow-up attack. So, if you do that, then they choose who they want to attack, and you roll your command, and they roll their current command, and with the D10, and the one with the higher roll gets to do whatever. So, the withdraw, if you withdraw and get the roll higher, then you get away no problem. But if she rolls higher, she gets to make 1 attack and damage you accordingly. So, you still want to withdraw?
Yep.
Okay. So, Kelly, what do you want to follow up
I'm
with?
going to try to attack the warlord again.
Okay, with the Urban Scout?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll D10. So she's rolling a 9 plus, well, she gets a 10, that's 19. And then you've got a 10, so you got to roll at least a 9 or better. Nope. So you got 1 attack on it. She rolled an 8 for 18.
2, 11, so I do 1 more damage. This one won't do anything.
So 1 more damage to the Warlord. That's 3 out of 4 until he goes wounded. Okay, but you still get to withdraw both units there now. Both the Titans there. Well, Warlord's not much really of a Titan. He's actually Supreme Commander, but... Okay, so was that all the battles you
No,
guys
there's
had?
still
Oh, you
one
still
more
got there in Vancouver. Okay.
Right there. 8.
So are those troops landed?
And this is where you know, depending on what she's got for defenses, once again, you can use some of those cards to help your army guys out. Now, with the Leviathan, you can, because he's a C unit, you don't have to engage if you don't want to. There's no base there. But you can make 1 attack on a city with the Titans, even with the Leviathan.
My guy is C.
That's
an
true.
aquatic
So I guess, well, okay, if there wasn't any aquatic there to fight against, then you could just hang out in sea and not be attacked at all, right? You can still choose to just attack you at sea and not even do anything. But you are allowed to make 1 attack on the city, because it is a port city with the Leviathan. That's 1 attack dice, not 4 attack dice. It's 1 attack. And when you do the attacks, when against a withdrawing unit, you don't get to roll multiple dice. You only get 1 attack at the normal strength value. I didn't want to say it when you did the thing here, but yeah, you only get 1 attack at the normal strength value.
Alright.
So
My fault for not mentioning that earlier, but
didn't take a damage?
so let's just say you don't take the damage just because of
Yeah,
that.
you two go.
Oh.
Alright.
So we'll reverse 1 damage.
Alright, so then I get first initiative. So
Okay, hold on. Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
I
All
get
right.
first initiative, so my aquatic scout will try to attack your sea leviathan. And I have a +3. So 13.
14, because you always
14.
get the extra 1 point of damage with a roll of 10 there, so total of 14. Against Sea Leviathan, which is defense is 8, so that's 6 points of damage to it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And then sea and everything is the same time. So I'm just gonna attack with my air guys. and you will attack if you kill them at the same round. Won't matter. You'll still get attack with them. But my air guys are gonna also attack your Leviathan. They're attacking with a +1 to their strength. So they did 8, which doesn't break your defense. So that didn't really matter. So now your guys can go ahead and attack whichever units. Because my aquatic scout is currently in the water, your land guys won't be able to attack them, but they can still aim at my air.
Okay.
At -2.
Yeah.
Which means you need 9s to hit them with your army units.
But you do have a reroll.
Yeah, you got to reroll for each
guys,
one of those
so
because you got a command there. Yeah.
your chance to be
So
able
the
to roll up.
Leviathan can attack the scout.
Yeah, the Leviathan can attack the scout, no problem.
Yeah. He's a pushover.
That would be 12. So you have that, right? Or I gotta choose it.
Yep, 7 plus your strength 5. Yep, it's 12. Your
So,
defense?
I have 8.
Yeah, so that's 4 points.
4
Yep.
points.
No, that's just one of your 4 attacks, right? So you still got 3 more attacks you can do on him. This is really
So I get reroll.
you can re-roll that. Yep.
6
So that's
plus 5 is 11.
11 minus 8 is 3, plus 4 will break into the other side.
okay. But remember, you don't go to that until he's done all of his attacks for this round. So if he's still going to attack you, it's only going to affect you. So at this point, it really wouldn't matter. You're still going to be wounded regardless and not
Yeah.
take any more hits. So
So that doesn't.
you'd have to
But I'm
re-roll that.
already- You'd have to re-roll that, but I'm already wounded, so next turn I'm going to be operating on my other side.
Yeah. So whatever you roll here anyways won't matter against them. So
So now I flip over. Your land guys can attack my air guy.
Right. Zero penalty.
They're at a -2.
So we'll roll 4 at once.
Yeah, you can. And they have a reroll, but you already rolled a 9, and that's all you need.
yeah, you only need the
Kill
one
it,
hit there
so
at least.
This guy is dead. Okay, so now it's new round, and I'm playing Heroic Sacrifice. So my guy is gonna self-destruct and act as a dude. So I forget how this works.
Okay, for nukes, you're supposed. Oh, your guy's in self-destruct. Okay, yeah, it's different. So with your guy, you're going to self-destruct. All you have to do is roll your commander less,
Okay.
and you're
Command
basically
is
self-destruct.
9. Okay.
So you blow up.
Yep.
So what happens now is just treat like any other nuke. So what's going to happen is you're going to do strength 4 to every unit that's there.
Okay. So the 4. Start with the 4 army guys.
Ooh. Yeah. So all you really basically need are threes. Threes are better to take them out.
So all of them are dead.
That includes the command. Once all the army guys are gone, the command unit goes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
That
Go
goes in
into-
your
go
destroy.
into hands.
And then
So you can stick out
against the
them later.
Leviathan, just 1 dice.
yep, 1 attack. Only gets 1 attack.
Okay. Plus 4. 6.
6
No
points.
effect. Granted, it's in the water, so you're. Oh yeah, correction. It doesn't damage it. That's right.
Dukes,
But
ignore armor.
but you're at because your attack it's going into a sea creature. It's -2, so you would be 4 points instead of
Okay.
6.
So
So you
Leviathan-
take 4 points, and it ignores your armor. So you take 4 points still to the Leviathan.
Leviathan automatically takes 4 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And my guy gets destroyed, right?
Yes, and you guys gone. Yep.
I
Does
conceded
he
that
still
eight.
get points for that?
Yes, you will because you had the nuke on there to do it. So you're still going to get the points for that.
15, yeah, no,
It kind of balances out. You'll get points for that, but you'll get points for destroying his
You
units
got
too.
lucky. She
Yeah.
could have rolled a huge
And
number.
against the city. Right?
She could have done 14.
Yeah, and the city. Yep. So what's
City have armor?
not when a nuke happens? It just takes the damage like all the bases and all that stuff.
So it
We're-
takes 4 and gets destroyed.
yeah. So Vancouver's destroyed.
No, it was 4 plus 4. It was 8.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
gets destroyed.
So Vancouver is now a destroyed city. All right.
I lose 4 points. 4.
Cool. Okay, and now you go back to your zone there, or yeah, you guys can move the Leviathan back to Vancouver there, and no more battles. So now we go into redeployment phase. So you guys can now redeploy among your friendly zones. which means you can still use the Sea Leviathan to move back to a friendly zone where the base is to heal him for the next round. If you want to do that, because he's taking a significant number of hits, you don't really want to get him too wounded. Even your Warlord should go to a base so he can heal up if he isn't there already.
So can you leave a area if it's just a base?
What's that?
Can you leave
Yeah,
it?
you can leave it with just a base. You still have control over it technically. But you only get points when you're counting up. You get points for it being a base or for having control of the city. So you wouldn't get both.
You
So
have to have
sometimes
you have to have either a Reaper or
If you-
an
Yeah.
army. unit
if
in
you
there.
had that there,
Or
you
a
get
garrison.
points for both. If you just have this, you only get points for one.
Warren, tell them how you make a garrison, because you might want to do that.
Well, you can, if you have a unit there during your redeployment, then you can move them. Let's say there's nothing here, and you wanted to move them all up. Then you could sacrifice a victory point from your chart here, go down one, and put a garrison unit there to replace it.
Which is one of these.
But if you have a base there, it doesn't. You don't need a garrison there.
Well, you still do,
But-
because otherwise you don't get to count it.
But the
towards your
base,
points.
well,
You're only counting it
yes.
for 1 point.
You
wanna count it
could
for
you
two,
could
so
do
wanna
that
put
if you want to
garrison
count it
there.
for two,
We learned
because
that
garrisons
last game.
do count as a army unit.
What's the point?
Alright, so now we count.
Okay, so now we go into control phase. Yeah. Oh, you still want to redeploy your Leviathan?
Do you move 4?
Yeah, you still got your 4 movement there because you haven't been wounded yet. So yeah, you still got enough to get there. Yeah. Now keep in mind, hold on. You're moving through. She actually. Oh crap! Yeah, you moved through there when she had a Navy unit there, didn't you? You wouldn't have been able to do that
Double block it.
without being attacked. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do that without being
Would you have
attacked.
to stop there?
Yes, you'd have to be engaged by the Navy unit before you can get to Vancouver. If the Navy unit, once the Navy unit attacks him, he could destroy it if he wants. But he could sit there and just waste it that turn, or just take the hit and then carry on to Vancouver. But either way, he'd have to engage it normally. So we'll just go. Somehow he missed you, and you get back to Lima, no problem. Granted, he is the Leviathan, so. But yeah, just keep that in mind. As even sea zones can block movement. If there's at least one sea unit there, they're blocking you. Anytime you move a unit through the sea there, you have to engage it with at least one
Does
unit.
she get to take a shot at him as he goes through, though?
She can do that.
I don't see why she
You might as well do that now.
Shot at him as he's
You can
going
take the
through.
shot now while he's going through there, anyways.
I have a +2, so that's 10.
So that'd be 2 more points of damage to you then. That's still, you still haven't gone wounded yet, so it's good for the most part.
He's hurting.
Yeah.
And then you go straight through.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Alright,
So
so,
to me, that's
So now
really a
it's
blockade.
control phase now for points.
4 plus 9, so you got 13 points for my destroyed units. Okay. And then you can count your bases and whatever else will give you victory points.
So you have,
For each base, huh?
1 point for each base.
4,
And
So-
1
so
point
you have
for
2
each zone
bases.
controlled.
5, 7,
So he's got
9,
5 more points.
11,
3 for zones controlled, and 2 for the bases.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Actually, he's got more than that because he still has a unit here. So he's going to get 1, 2,
Yep,
3,
I counted that.
4.
17, 18, 19, 20.
2, 3, 4.
He has
I don't see
Anchorage,
5.
Lima, and Santiago, right? That's 3.
Oh yeah, I was
Two
thinking. Yeah, I
bases.
think you had those there.
Makes 5.
Okay, so yeah, you're at what, 36 now, and what are you at, Kelly? You still counting?
25.
25 total now. You got
Plus.
25 total.
No.
Oh, 25 plus your 15, so that's 40 now. Okay,
Very close.
so 40 to 36 by the end of the second round. Okay, I'll get- cool.
So I counted your destroyed units, so those can go back onto your spot.
Okay, and that ends the second round.